That's right, prepper, this video is for you. You have the anger, dissatisfaction, uneasiness of the world driving your discontent, which hurls you into a world of self-preservation and madness.
But the little man had not gotten over his bad habit of always losing his temper.
But it's all in vain, because what drives you is not something that's set apart from anyone else who claims to be a survivor in this world we find ourselves in. Your anger is the strings on the marionette's fingers who manipulates and steers you oncoming traffic. Prepper, you have it only partially right. God has given you the fire within, and you, his creation, to stand apart with purpose and reason, which aligns to his will in doing something about the evils of the world you've been readying for. We're angry at all sorts of things going on in the world, but we just cannot pinpoint exactly what that is. It causes us to be restless at night, can't sleep. We have anxiety, very little patience. Our anger is simply just all over the place. With this anger and unrelenting anxiety that we get from today's society, we justify it. Have you ever tried to pinpoint exactly what you're angry about? What drives your anger? Think about it for a while. Think about what really upsets you in this world, what's causing you to prep, what's causing you to stockpile, what's causing you to be self-reliant. And then think about this. Does your anger align with something God is also angry about? Did you know that as a Christian, you're allowed to have a burning anger? And this anger is called holy discontent. It is aligning your anger with what he's angry about in this world and doing something about it. The word holy means set apart. God is considered holy because he is set apart from mankind. And the word discontent is a dissatisfaction with one's circumstances. It's an uneasiness, a displeasing feeling, and a restlessness within one's soul. Now these words together, holy discontent, is when you experience an uneasy spirit about the brokenness of this world, which aligns with God's will, sometimes making us move into doing something about it. So a lot of us preppers, we have the discontent part right. We have the anger part right. We know what we're angry about, and sometimes we don't know what we're angry about. And if you're angry and you don't have God, you're just an angry person. You're a misguided spirit. So anger can be used for both good and evil. Most anger that stirs man's spirit is a derivative of the devil, not of God. Look very closely at your feelings and where they come from. Are you being manipulated? Are your buttons being pushed so that you're steered into the cattle pen for slaughter? Psalms 37:8, refrain from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself, it tends only to evil. We have to be able to discern why we are resentful. Take a moment in the heat of things and say to yourself, am I in control of this, or have I handed the steering wheel over to someone else? This is where wisdom comes in. James 1:19. Know this, my beloved brother, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God. What makes the difference between man's anger and God's anger? Mankind is more concerned with man. There are certain types of anger that are evil anger, not something that comes from God. Like betrayal, someone has not met your expectations or let you down. Slighted pride, our egos are bruised. Jealous anger, we want something of someone else which we can't have. Tantrums or fits over self-injustice. Rivalries or division, trying to be better than another group. Quick to anger, not thinking about others in an empathetic way. Blame, you feel everyone else is the reason for your misery. Then there is the led anger. You'll see this with activists, media, politicians, social media. Someone is feeding your fire so that you're angry with or about something you normally wouldn't be that concerned with or even know anything about it. The media and politicians try to throw this around. They like to make you aware of something maybe you're angry about or you never knew enough about it to actually realize you're angry about it until these activists, politicians, or the social media tells you to be angry about it. And you'll see a lot of this going on right now. If you were blinded by any of these other type of angers, you will fail to see the real injustices in the world, such as mocking God, lukewarm Christians, liars, genocide, people in power with evil agendas, death of innocents, forced or required mandates, and most of all, the true evil out there, the spiritual powers and principalities of the air. Very hard at work installing and maintaining the beast system, setting it up in place, getting it ready, while we're blinded by these other things that we're angry about. These things that are evil, resentments, and anger. These governments, these powers would rather have you judging a person by their social status or their color of their skin instead of seeing these mentioned evils that are going on that we really should be angry about.